Hello and good afternoon. It is 12:30 on this Wednesday, October 29th. My name is Robin Key and welcome to KXII 12 News Now. We are here to give you your midday news update, so let's jump into your Texoma headlines, starting with some breaking news. We are now aware that firefighters are battling a structure fire in downtown Davis. The city of Davis is asking people to avoid the downtown Davis area of Main Street between the railroad and 4th Street. Now, we are still learning more at this time, but I will continue to check for updates with our team during our stream. Moving on to weather news, an earthquake happened in the Durant area last night. The U.S. Geological Survey reported that a 2.7 magnitude earthquake happened at shortly after 10 p.m. We are still waiting for more information, but people who felt the quake can report to USGS on their website. If you have pictures or videos from the earthquake, please send it to kxii.com/photos or let us know more about your experience by emailing news@kxii.com. All Texoma counties are also in a wind advisory, and it will last into this evening. This morning's wind reached 20 to 30 miles per hour, and this afternoon, wind gusts could reach speeds of 40 miles per hour. Make sure to stay alert today. Higher speeds can cause flying debris, blow yard decorations away, and create a wind chill colder than forecasted temperatures. High winds also make driving more dangerous, with shifting and debris becoming a large issue. To keep track of the weather, download the KXII weather app for the latest first alert and forecasts in Texoma. Now, moving to crime, a man is headed to prison after pleading guilty to murder in Grayson County yesterday. 41-year-old Raymond Jordan was arrested and charged for the fatal shooting of Charles Davis in April of last year. It happened behind the Texoma Inn on Texoma Parkway. The DA says the two men got into an argument whilst on meth, which is a pattern they've noticed.
We see a routine pattern of violent crimes being caused or affected involving drug use. And so we're going to prosecute violent crimes like this, and we're going to keep prosecuting drug crimes.
Jordan was sentenced to 32 years in prison. He apologized to the victim's family during the trial. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton is investigating Salina ISD over a child pornography scandal. Well-known football coach Bill Elliott, who's led the team for over 30 years and 9 state championship titles, is now on administrative leave. His son, Caleb Elliott, a former middle school coach, is facing criminal charges, accused of secretly photographing boys undressing in the locker room. Attorney Paul Hers now represents more than a dozen families, all claiming their sons were victims of his sexual crimes. Parents accuse the district and Coach Elliott of covering up Caleb's actions.
Bill Elliott was sort of idolized in Salina and Salina football more specifically. And so to say he has a lot of sway, I think even that grossly understates it, is just the tip of the iceberg, because I'm learning about patterns of abuse, neglect, and cover-ups in Salina ISD.
Police estimate 38 students were photographed in the locker room. Bill Elliott said at a recent Salina ISD school board meeting that he loves his son, but his son will face the consequences of his actions. The OSBI is looking into the suspicious death of an Oklahoma elementary school teacher. 30-year-old Holly Jill, a beloved teacher at Ingen Public Schools, died last week, 2.5 years after being served an industrial cleaner in a mixed drink at a restaurant. Holly's mother, Kelly Hunter, says that incident has forever changed her family's lives, allegations that were highlighted in a civil suit.
She was served a drink that instead of having margarita mix in it was made with industrial degreaser that contained lye, and that lye damaged her esophagus to the point that my daughter's been fighting for her life for 2.5 years.
Her mother said Holly's esophagus was badly damaged from chemical burns and that her daughter has undergone dozens of procedures since the accident at Hacienda Las Margaritas Bar and Grill in February 2023. Holly Hill's family says her death is related to complications from her injuries. The Comanche County District Attorney's Office has asked the OSBI to look into the case. More than 24 states are suing the Trump administration for its decision to cut off SNAP benefits, also known as food stamps, this weekend. The Department of Agriculture said food assistance for 40 million Americans will cease on Saturday if the government does not reopen. Democratic lawmakers say the federal government has the money to continue to provide assistance, but is opting not to. The Trump administration has said that states who opt to pick up the tab in the meantime will not be reimbursed. The Cherokee Nation declared a food emergency to open up funding for tribal citizens during the shutdown. They're using nearly $7 million in emergency relief for tribal SNAP recipients whose benefits will be cut off this Saturday. Chief Chuck Horson Jr. says that they are going to protect those most at risk of hunger due to the shutdown. They'll send direct payments of $185 per person. The tribe says it will also help local food banks and other nonprofits with food resources during the shutdown. Hurricane Melissa has caused severe flooding and storm surge in Cuba after leaving Jamaica with power outages and killing 25 people in Haiti. Today, officials reported that a river burst its banks in southern Haiti, leading to fatalities and trapping people under rubble. In Jamaica, the storm hit with winds of 185 miles per hour, causing extreme damage and leaving over 500,000 without power. Cuba is experiencing significant flooding. You can see that here. 735,000 people are in shelters. Melissa is now a Category 2 storm and is moving northeast and is expected to affect the Bahamas and Bermuda next. Now, I know that that was a lot of heavy topics, but that is why you are going to want to stick around, because after this very short break, we are going to come back and have our community corner where we are going to go over everything that you need to know as a member of the Texoma community. That is going to include some important sports updates, some Halloween events that you're not going to want to miss, and then a few celebrations of important people here in the Texoma community. So whatever you do, do not go away, because we will be right back. Welcome back to KXII 12 News Now. Now, I have checked back in with our team as they are going and learning more about the Davis fire. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of new information. What we do know is that the city of Davis, Oklahoma, posted about the fire about 35 minutes ago, asking people again to avoid downtown Davis. Now, that is the downtown Davis area of Main Street between the railroad and 4th Street. If you are in the area, please, for your safety and for the ease of the people who are fighting the fire, avoid that area. I'm sure that later we will have more information about this, so stick around with KXII 12 to learn more as we do. Now, moving on to our community corner, let's start with some pretty good news. I would say some pretty good news. OG&E customers should see a lower bill next month. That's always nice. The power company said in an email to customers that there's been a change to the fuel factor charge, and on average, it works out to about a $7 per month decrease. The new rate goes into effect on Saturday. All right, well, I hope that all of you guys get that decrease. Moving on to some sports news, Season 1 for the Texoma FC is in the books, and Season 2, well, it's going to look a little bit different. The soccer team is switching it up, moving from USL League 1 to USL League 2. For months, there have been rumors that Texoma FC was moving somewhere new, but leadership says no. They're here to stay. In USL League 2, the season is condensed, 14 games across the spring and summer, but it keeps the competition close.
We play more regional teams like McKinney, Denton, Little Rock, places where our fans can drive and be a part of it. You're also going to see something different this next year. You're going to see the away team fans traveling into Texoma.
Now, that was Ben Watson, the president of Texoma FC. He says the move will help build the beautiful game here in Texoma, which is what the team is all about. Now, we are going to Mercy Hospital in Ardmore now, and they celebrated a long-serving caregiver yesterday. Sister Carolyn Stouts has been a Sister of Mercy for 63 years, spending her last 25 serving Ardmore. She'll now retire after being a tireless advocate for patients and caregivers.
When she became a nun, she was given a ring, and she got to choose her motto for her ring, and it was "Love serves joyfully." And that's exactly what she's done. She's brought love and joy to Mercy.
Leaders with Mercy say that Caroline will be deeply missed as she enters into retirement. Girl Scouts from Grayson County decided to choose treat over trick this Halloween, surprising hospital patients with goodie bags. Texoma Medical Center shared this picture, thanking the girls for their generosity. The troop delivered bags filled with lotion, lip balm, toothbrushes, and hand sanitizer. What a wonderful thing, girls. Very nice job. Now, Halloween is just 2 days away. I'm personally so excited. I know the morning crew just all over is so excited. Now, there is already so much on the calendar in Texoma. Thackerville is holding their annual fall festival this Saturday. There will be music, bouncy houses, and a costume contest, as well as free food and drink for the family. It'll be at the Thackerville Community Park from 5 to 8 on the 1st. Now, it's free for everyone, but donations will be accepted. The Bubtown community is hosting a special trick-or-treat on Friday night. Bubtown is a nonprofit that works to create a community for special needs adults and their families. Their concept is to have a Halloween event safe and enjoyable for everyone.
There will be some spider webbing, there will be some blow-ups, but for most part all be sensory friendly, so no loud noises, no scary things, just all sensory friendly.
The event is from 6 to 8:30 Halloween night at the parking lot of the Covenant Presbyterian Church in Sherman. It is open to all individuals with special needs of all ages. And there's a lot more Halloween events happening tonight and tomorrow across Texoma. That includes Community Trunk or Treat happening this evening in Collinsville. It'll be from 6 to 8 at the high school parking lot near the Ag Shop. Then tomorrow, Trunk or Treat events are planned at the Sherman Medical Center, other places such as Pennington Park and Tishomingo. Now, we have times, locations, and everything else you need to know on our website at KXII.com. And of course, make sure to join us tonight at the Sherman Police Department's annual Fright Fest. The Halloween event will have vendors, live music, and trick-or-treating for all ages.
People can expect a free, family-friendly, safe trick-or-treating environment. We've got over 60 vendors from across the community who are all going to dress up and hand out a bunch of candy. It's going to be a lot of fun.
That was Sergeant Hughes with the Sherman Police Department. Now, he says that it will be held in the band practice lot off of Interborum Street. If you go to the high school after 5 p.m., enter off of West Travis Street to park. Now, the event starts at 6 and goes until 8:30 p.m. I know that we're going to actually have a booth there tonight, if you haven't already heard. So Annette and Brian are both going to be there for the early shift, and we have other wonderful members of the KXI 12 crew joining them later. So make sure to go there, make sure to stop by, and make sure to send me a picture with our booth if you go. Now, that is it for this KXI 12 News Now. Do not worry, we will be back again tomorrow, same time, 12:30, same place, our KXI live stream and YouTube Live. Don't want to wait for more Channel 12? Well, I don't blame you. Go to your TV and turn on KXI 12 at 4, 5, 6, and 10. There's a lot more in store for the news today, and we will not let you miss a beat. You can also follow us on our social media. We're KXI 12 News pretty much everywhere. So check our Facebook, Instagram, Threads, X, TikTok, and of course, YouTube. There you will get constant updates, exclusive content, and all of our previous work. Now, do you want more details about some of the stuff that we covered today? Perhaps it is the dates of the events that we talked about, or the events and things that are happening right now, such as the Davis fire, well, then you need to go to KXII.com. That is where all of our most updated information always is, and it is where you are going to get the most details. So please go there. You will be able to follow all the stories that we are following all day. Now, my name is Robin Key, and you can find me at Robin Key TV on Facebook. Thank you for joining me today for your midday update. And until tomorrow, well, have a great day, Texoma.